Should take just a second. So we are live. So welcome everyone. Of course, I have Josip from his
Good
channel,
afternoon.
and he is joining me for this live stream.
I'm very,
So
very
yeah,
honored.
we're just here to talk anything and everything Elvis. How you doing, Joe? Sip.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Either way, Joe, Josip, or whatever you want to call me, Mark, I'm doing very well, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Day off,
That-
as you have the day off for President's Day.
That's
Uh,
right.
ret- Return to the office tomorrow, so I'm just going to enjoy this day. I thought I'd do this. I kind of thought about doing this last night, and then I thought of I didn't think you'd be off. I don't know why. I thought, you know what? I know my wife's not off. She works for the state, but it's not a holiday recognized by the
Yeah,
state.
yeah.
I don't know if Joe would be off. So um,
Well, I was more than
but
welcome, more than honored, pleased to have been on this live chat as of today. I was thinking about it as well. I was, gonna do some like live streaming from my channel since I never have done it yet so far on my channel. But I was like, how you do these things and with this stream yards and all that? You
I
came
will.
along. You said come along. I said, hey, I'm all down for it, brother.
Yep, and I will help you do it. I don't. I have I have the free live stream where I can do this. I know you can pay to have extras, but I do the free live stream, and there's no charge to even do this for me.
Yeah.
We have Curtis here. Hey, Curtis, Mystery Train. Mal Walsh is here, so we do have a few people joining
Hello
in.
to everybody.
So, so yeah, we just talked about maybe showing some of our FTDs that we have,
Hmm.
and sad news. What is the sad news, Mal? Hopefully,
What?
nothing bad, nothing really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully.
R.I.P. Stella Stevens. He was saying Stevens passing was sad news. She started, of
Yeah.
course, with Elvis and Girls, Girls, Girls.
Girls, girls. Exactly. I saw that. I think it was like a couple of days ago. She passed away, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, just a few days ago, and then the day before that, who I didn't know she was even in the movie, Raquel Welch.
Yeah.
Somebody said
Raquel
she
Welch.
was in Girls, Girls, Girls. I did not realize that. We
Yeah.
also have Bill. Hello, Bill. Timothy,
Hello.
Marcelo, Paul Phillips from the UK.
Hey,
So
hey.
yeah, I think this is a pretty good time to do these streams. I found, as opposed to doing them early or later. I've done a couple streams with David from the Elvis Presley in Japan
Yeah.
channel.
Yes. Great stuff.
And we have, because of the time differences, we always have to do it so late on the East Coast. So a lot of people have to watch the rebroadcast. Vanessa says hello. How are you, Vanessa? Hope you are doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
Jonas. Well, thank you, Jonas. I appreciate that. Can you see these messages?
I cannot really see. No, no, no. I don't see any messages as of right now. I only see our
Uh,
little live
I,
chat. Yeah.
I am not well schooled on doing this. I'm trying to see. Go in your settings and see if there's a way for you to see that. I don't think I can do it for you. So if you can see the
Yeah. I see it
hey,
right now. I
Rita,
see it right now.
you do
Yeah.
see him now. Okay, good. That way
Do
you
you
can
see
both.
me still? Do you still
Oh
see me
yeah,
on
I
the
see
live
you
chat?
fine.
Okay. Good. Good. All
So
right.
yeah, we'll do this for about an hour, I'd say. And
Yeah.
we talked about Joe and I talked about. Um, Now says he's
Yeah.
just finishing his tea. Curtis says StreamYard is easy to use.
Yeah.
Yes, it is easy to use. Very simple. But like I said, Joe, off camera, I'll give you the ins and outs, and you can start live streaming. It's a great way to grow your channel. What I
Exactly.
like the most about it is just the interaction that you have with, your viewers, and
Yeah.
they can give you good information and talk back and forth. There's Stefano. How you doing, Stefano? So yeah, it's just a really cool way to interact. So
Totally.
yeah, so like I said, we have no real agenda. Joe, I don't know if you had anything.
Well, I actually wanted to say something. I'm pretty sure all of you have been out there when you watched the live stream over the weekend when I was at over at Long Island at the Infinity Record Shop, and I met up with the Ed from the King's Court, and we had a really great time, a blast time. It was a really pleasure and honor meeting him in person. Even my brother had come down because he enjoys Elvis himself a lot, and he wanted to meet up with Ed. I said, yeah, let's go down, let's go meet up with Ed down in Long Island. It was about like I would say 2.5 hour drive, give or take, without any kind of traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we came down early in the morning. We met up at the Infinity, had a blast the whole day. We were discussing about great materials and all
Dropped
and so on.
money.
Yeah, everything, So, but I did pick up quite a few material like items, records, and CDs as well. If you like to see some of the stuff that I bought, I actually
Yeah,
have it right in
absolutely.
front of me as well.
All right, let's catch up. Johnny is joining in.
Yeah,
How you doing, Johnny?
Johnny, there he is.
And Johnny's awesome. I really like his
Oh, I
channel.
love him. I
Frank,
just
hi guys. What are you gonna say?
I just watched I think Johnny's live stream. I missed it yesterday live. I think it was yesterday his live stream it was, and I watched it this morning. He had a pretty good, interesting, and I
I
enjoy his channel a lot.
I joined in towards the tail end of his, and yesterday I will tell you, the weekends for my wife and I are not laid back, easy weekends. We are constantly doing stuff around the house. So I still have yet to watch Johnny's live stream. I intend to this evening.
Yeah,
Once my wife gets home for work, dinner's done. I plan on watching. I think his stream was about an hour and a half. So I always
yeah,
enjoy. I enjoy all these channels.
me too, man.
TCB since '73. Everyone who's on here,
Yeah,
um, Curtis's. I enjoy. We're a community. That's the way I feel about it. We are a community, and we need to support each other. And I try to subscribe to every once in a while. In fact, a brand new channel popped up the other day, so I went ahead and did that. Hold on a second.
yeah. No, we got
Yeah,
a question
one
over
quick,
here. What was
quick
this?
second.
Yeah, I think a mystery train asked me, "Did you offer to buy one of Ed's scars?" Well, I did, but it would be a pretty penny on that one. But you know what? All honestly, that's something I think Ed, got from his parents, and it's something to be treasured out there. So I would not take something that's valuable, that possession of his. And
So
I
I'm,
think,
I'm back. Somebody asked if you were going to buy one of Ed's scars.
yeah.
You'd have to take another small mortgage on your house to get one of those, Joe.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He told me it's gonna cost me a pretty penny on that one, so that's why I didn't want to bother on that one. So
I saw one. Now, I would never, ever, 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 ever underline that 15 times. I would never buy anything as far as a scarf or anything on eBay.
yeah.
Unless it was some sort of certificate of authenticity, I would probably only ever buy from Ed.
Well,
Um,
that's true,
he- he's
100%.
actually, so you actually went to his house. You get to see his downstairs and everything?
Yeah, I saw everything, and he invited me. I thank him so much for doing that as well. He showed me all his where his magic happens, all his great work. When he does his live streaming, his
Yeah.
scars, the records. I was just amazed. I was blown away, and I thought what I had of a collection, but when I saw his stuff, especially the
Yeah.
records, I was like, my God,
Yeah.
and even the CDs.
Ed's a good guy. Ed was the reason. Ed was not only the first Elvis channel I subscribed. I think he was the first anything I subscribed to like 3-4 years ago, and I've been
Yeah,
watching ever since. And then as time went along, I think it was Scotty from Scotty's
yeah,
channel. I started, which is now I think Elvis Presley Productions because he does it with his brother. He was the second one. I want to say Johnny might have been next, then
yeah.
Curtis. So it just kind of built up to all the channels I subscribe to now. So yeah, me and Johnny are supposed to get together and do one too soon, hopefully.
That's gonna be awesome too as well. And to be honest with you, the way you just put it with the Ed's channel, he was the first reason as well. The reason why I started my channel.
Yeah.
Went through its great content, his information that he was giving out, all about the King's Court, the fan base club that his parents had created, and I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, it's just amazing. And
Yeah.
then to find out that he was just in New York, and I'm in New York as well, and I said to myself, I said, one day I got to meet Ed in person. And I said, if it's going to be at the record shop at first, we'll meet at the record shop down in Infinity. I used to live in Queens. So for me, if I was still living in Queens, that would be just half an hour away.
Oh
So
wow.
I could just be there every weekend. Do you have
Michelle
any?
said, "Hi, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Love your channels. Very interesting and informative. Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Paul,
Thank you.
how are you?
Good, good evening, Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's early afternoon here on the East Coast. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not in my normal spot. We were talking before we got on here. Our pup got out this morning and
yeah.
helped herself to my daughter's and my wife's shoes. So I have a little bit of a mess to clean up once this is over because she chewed it to flipping bits. Um, but if you wanted, did you want to show? What do you want to show?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Let me start showing up over here. Let me see any other comments that popped up just in case. I
Hey,
see
Nigel.
over here.
There's
Uh,
Nigel.
Hey, Nigel. Austin won the best actor last night. Nice. Totally, totally. That's well deserved for Austin Butler. I think he did a tremendous job,
He
all
did.
honesty. I'll give it to him on that one, man, Another guy asked me, "Are you guys from Memphis?" We are not from Memphis, but I am from New York. And Mark, you're just
In, I'm in Delaware. I'm right up the highway, about 2 hours and 45 minutes away.
nice. Well, guys, I'll go off since Mark, you said introduce all these the record stuff that I have bought over the weekend. Well, first thing that I picked up, and it was actually Ed's eye catch with his candy eye. He picked up right at the record store. He said to me, "Do you have this?" I said, "Man, I don't have it." The
Hey,
original release of the Christmas album on CD from
oh,
RCA.
nice.
Check it out. I mean, it looks in a really nice, pristine condition,
Did you
as you
get
can
this
see
at
in them.
Infinity?
This was actually another record store that we actually went on after from Infinity. I think it was like 15-minute drive from that record store. I'm not sure what it was called. I think I have it over there somewhere. But you could take a look. That's the disc. As you can see, it's a
Yep.
blue band. Yep.
Looks like a 80s release, possibly.
Yeah, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 80, maybe six or something like that. It doesn't really state the year on this. It just says made in USA. But great set, as you can see.
Very
So
nice.
nice,
Very
clean.
cool.
The other great stuff that I bought up, and this is from the Infinity Records now. I picked up this nice single, Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, cool. Nice
Yeah,
shape.
nice shape, decent, very, very nice shape. I would say it's in a very good shape. It does have a little bit kind of, as you can see, a little wear on the side right there. The record itself is in a really nice condition, and it's 2S pressing. So this is basically like the early release. Yeah,
Nice.
as well
Marcus
as,
Productions. How you
uh,
doing, Marcus?
hey Marcus, how you doing, brother? And I
Actually,
picked up this.
I gotta give a shout out to Marcus.
Go
He
ahead, brother.
and like I said, because of how crazy my weekend was, I did not get around to it. I didn't record anything this entire weekend. From Thursday night was the last time. It's been insanely busy. I'm learning a new position at a new job. My training ended on Friday, so I've been my brain is like. But he had sent me something. I got to record. I'll probably record that tonight. He sent me something really cool. I'll give you a hint, and Joseph, without you guessing it, you can probably guess what it is. We talked about a certain release that you had, that Curtis had, and Elvis Cup Guy had. I think you know what release I'm talking about. I said I did not have it. Well,
That was
Mark
on that.
was kind enough to send it to me. I got it literally on, I think I got it Friday afternoon or Saturday. Sent it from Amazon. I got it in the mail. It's still downstairs waiting to be opened. I want to do an opening video to reveal it, but that'll come tonight. But just wanted to thank Marcus for doing that. I thought that was so cool of him to do.
That's really
Um,
nice of him, brother.
that's the great thing about these having this channel. You talk to, you have so many nice people that do the greatest things for you. So I was very appreciative of Marcus doing that. So Marcus, I have not forgotten about you. I know I said I would do it a couple of days ago. I have not had time to even breathe, but hopefully later this evening I can record that.
Totally. And I know which release that is. I ain't gonna say it, so leave it as a surprise until you do a seal to
Okay.
reveal.
But I was very happy. I will be very happy to add it to my collection. So just wanted to give Marcus that shout out.
Yep.
Mystery Train says, "Turn your camera on before you open package."
You
We
know, to
most
be
of
honest,
you, yeah, most of you know the story of that. I did
yeah,
a unboxing and I did not hit the record button. That's twice I've done that now in a year.
I did it 3 times. And then once I open, I'm not gonna do a seal to reveal because once that happens, it's done. I say, you know what, I
Yeah,
just leave it as it is.
and Ken says so much for your slowing down buying, Mark. Yeah, I it's weird. I've kind of gone in waves. Since I did severely cut way back, and then the last probably 6 weeks I've gone on an absolute binge. But now I'm back to this again where I'm cutting way back. I have to. I just
Yeah.
with between jobs and all that, it's just try to play catch up. So I have really starting on like last Friday. I've cut. I'm really sincerely trying to cut back, but it is an addiction.
It is addiction, it's like a hobby addiction. Any kind of addiction that you start, even myself, when I started this about maybe I was saying in past 2, 3 years ago, I was a little bit on a spree, buying a lot of these records and CDs and so on and so forth. But at the same time, once you start one little bit, teeny bit, you're like, you know what, let me look for something else. And you see that little teeny bit and you go on for something else. So
Yeah,
it's just like a little pattern just keeps building on,
it
man.
does.
You don't realize that until that point.
Oh, I know. TCB says he did a video the other day and had the mic off. Yeah, it's just little things like that. All right, so
Yeah.
sorry, Joe. What you were showing? Your continuing your collection. I'm
Sure,
trying to
we'll
go
do,
back and
brother.
forth between the comments and you showing off your stuff.
Exactly. I'm trying to like get the comments as well because literally I gotta go into the chat box to see the comments and then go back to the screen so I can see the whole thing again. So, but this is another great single that I picked up, which I already had. I just did not
Yeah.
have the cover. And I was thinking just to get the cover, I didn't really care about the record. But once I saw the record and there's a 1S and a 1S, I say, you know what? This is the one I'm keeping, basically. So this is going in my collection. It's a really nice, pristine copy as well, as you all can see. Take a look at it. Looks
Very nice.
nice. Yeah.
I
Needs
love
just a
the
little bit of.
vibes.
I got these. I'll be honest with you guys. I got this for less than $5.
Oh wow, that's a great
Yeah.
price.
Oh yeah, and even the guy who's at the record shop, and I actually want to shout out to those guys out there. I met even me, Mr. Mayo himself, as you maybe watched his channel, Joe. With like I'm Joe, and then the owner Joe as well. All the guys at the staff workers are there, really wonderful people. I'll be honest with you.
Good.
So shout out to those guys out there if they're watching this as well, the live stream. So give them a big shout out to those Infinity Record shop out there.
Absolutely.
And I picked up this Sons, like the first early release that they have released, RCA back in '76, I believe this was.
Yeah, the sun is that the
This
sun recordings, right?
Yeah, the Sun recording, yeah.
Okay.
It's not the what would it be? The 10 label, I think it would
It's the
have come with
black
this one.
label with the
It's a
RCA
black
and
label.
number.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
So
by
that's the black
76,
label.
76 they had abandoned the tan and orange labels and went back to the retro, kind of a combination, which I was never really a huge fan of.
Yeah.
I'd like to really see them go retro again and go back to the original black label, RCA Victor label, but we'll see. We know the FTD releases are doing that, but not Sony BMG.
Well, that's what I like about it. With the FTD, they try to keep it very authentic,
They
the
do.
way they release, and they do a wonderful job. Me personally, especially when it comes out to the record, the artwork, inside the gatefold, that's what I love
Yeah.
about it. And I picked
Nice.
this
You didn't have
sealed.
that one before?
I didn't have this one, and this is a sealed copy as well. It's a record store day
Record
edition,
for
as you
the
can
day.
see. Yep.
Did you get that at Infinity?
This one I actually picked up as well, along with actually, if I gotta say, with that CD. This one
Okay.
was there as well. So
Nice.
just give me a second for quick guys. Hold on a second. Um, it was technically from this place. It's called Vinyl Bay. So that's where I got, as you can see, Vinyl
That's
Bay.
also New York, right?
Yeah, that's also Long Island, just 15 minutes away from the Infinity Records in Massapequa. This one was in, I
So,
believe,
Joe, this question is for you. Nick S says, "Hey Joe,
yeah,
did you get that Christmas CD from Mr. Cheapo CDs?"
Mr. Cheapo CDs. No, no, that's actually right there where I showed you guys at Vinyl Bay 777. That's where I
Okay,
got it from.
nice,
Yeah, and then these last three albums I picked up, which are my favorite band as well, the Creedence Clearwater Revival right here.
oh man,
This one. Yeah, man. Great
CCR,
copy.
very nice,
Beautiful, beautiful.
very cool.
And then
Yeah, I'm down with
Van
Creed.
Halen.
Classic album. Is that
That's
sealed as
right.
well?
No, this was actually a used copy. It was an open copy as well. Um, it was a really nice condition. It has a little bit kind of like a line going across. It's right here, which you
Yeah,
can't really see,
yeah.
but the record itself is mint. And then the last but not least, I think I showed you this, Mark. The Firm.
Firm. Jimmy Page and Paul Rogers, I believe, right?
That's right. That's right. Jimmy Page and Paul Rogers. Check that out.
Very
So
nice.
those are the ones I picked over up on the weekend, and I'm really, happy and grateful that I did. And thanks again to Ed for having me out there on Long Island to hang. I've hung out with him as well, so
Very
it is
cool.
much appreciated. And I'm looking forward maybe one day we'll meet in person as well, Mark. What do you think?
We will. I think it's going to happen.
And I'm totally looking forward to that as well.
Elvis on Air says, hi, Mark and Joseph. Love the channels. Thank you.
Thank you,
Paul
guys.
says, yesterday I picked up 3 Friday music albums from Elvis in Memphis. He Touched Me from Elvis Presley Boulevard and the 3 CD stacks, box
Nice.
set of Elvis's stacks. I actually don't have that. I have the vinyl. I have the black and the Newberry Comics release with the black and gold vinyl, but I don't have the 3 CD set yet. Do you have that one?
I don't have either or, and I think that was released 1,000 copy limited edition, right? The Newberry one.
Well, you can buy it on black vinyl anywhere.
Yeah,
I think it's a double vinyl. You can get that relatively cheap, but Newberry Comics release, I think it was a numbered set of 1,000. Ed
yeah,
had, and the Ed actually has the promo. I don't know if you remember the video where somebody offered the FTD Blue Hawaii LP because that's the last one he needs for
yeah,
his promo copy. I think only 2 or 3 were made in the whole world, and Ed didn't want to do it, which I can't say I blame him because it is
yeah.
extremely rare and valuable. But it's gold. It's half gold, half black. It's really really cool. But they came out with a 3 CD box set, and I don't know. I haven't found it yet at a price that I'm comfortable paying because I've seen it for pretty stupid money, as Ed would say, stupid
Yeah,
money.
yeah. I just do actually have that whole album, the session takes from stacks on my iTunes, what I bought about like maybe what 3 years ago, and that's the only thing that I'm closest to having that album. It's just basically digital, which
Yeah,
digital's is not a big fan of a lot of us, but
I'm
I
laughing.
did buy
I laugh at these comments, Joe. They're
uh,
cracking me up.
let's see what's
TCB.
going.
He says my wife doesn't have a clue what I have. I try to just slip him in. Paul says the 3 CD stacks collection is fantastic. Yeah, I eventually will add it. Like I said, as soon as I find it for the price that I'm really comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. Yeah,
Steve has been
Steve.
doing that for years. Yeah, yeah, I think we all have.
Yeah,
Did you want to? We can go through our FTDs if you wanted to show what you have real quick.
yeah, sure. You want to start off, Mark, with your first release?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So I do have the first one.
Ah,
I did not open this yet either. I don't know if I'm going to because I have so many versions of this. Because this one actually has the original album, and then it's got the outtakes on disc two.
yeah.
Um, so this one, when I was selling off these, I've had many people request this is staying in my collection. This is
Could be. Hold on.
Viva Las Vegas. This is a nice set. Then we have one of my favorites, His Hand in
That's
Mine.
my favorites. I love that gospel album very much.
I got this recently and I was disappointed to see. I love this album. I don't know if you can, it's hard to, I don't know if you can see it. One of the corners is
Yeah,
a little bit bent.
yeah. It's bent a little bit. Yeah, it's
It's
like
a
bent
little
on
bit.
this. Oh man.
So it is what it is. This
Was
is
that
all,
with the packing? Probably.
yeah, maybe it when it was shipped. I got it overseas. That's the way it is.
That's a nice one. I saw that Ed had all those nice, beautiful collection like that as well.
He's got them all but the first one. GI
That is nice.
Blues. This is actually one of my favorite FTDs out there.
Promised Land. Yeah.
Love this one. This also ranks up there for me
Yep. On stage.
on stage.
Awesome.
I'll go through these quickly so you can do yours. Do you have this one?
I don't. That one I particularly don't have, unfortunately. I mean, I started collecting like I believe I mentioned to you about like 2016.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was even later. I was 2017.
Ooh,
There's that one.
that's
This is
nice.
an American Sound Studio, Memphis,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
I have the CD set of that one though, only the FTD
Yeah.
release.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Moody Blue. I actually got a
Moody
low
Blue.
number. 145. I
Oh,
can't get used to this camera.
yeah.
I know you have this one too. I love this cover.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that one of the better covers.
Yeah. I enjoy
A
that
lot,
album very much.
a lot of these going forward you have, I think.
Yeah.
Full Volume 2.
Yep. Yep. Same.
I'm just a rustler.
Lost the Bell.
This one,
Jailhouse Rock Volume 2. Yep.
one of my favorite covers. Love
I
this
like
cover,
that one.
this album. Another favorite.
Love letters. Totally. I just love the artwork. I mean, the picture itself, just right there. Just
It's phenomenal. Elvis
yep.
at the movies. Easy come, easy
Easy
go.
come, easy
Like I
go.
said, I think you have just about all these remaining ones. One of my favorite covers, that probably my all-time favorite.
I actually agree with you on that one as well. That one is actually my all-time favorite, along with I think the US one that was released. I mean, it happened at the World's Fair.
Love it.
Yep, Razor Rock.
And then down to my last two. I like
Kid
this one.
Galahad.
And then I actually bought an extra copy of this. This is the. I'm going to leave that one sealed. So those are mine. So,
Oh, we got a lot. Hey, Kurt, Ed's over here. Hey,
oh,
I
Ed
heard
joined
that.
us.
He said, I heard that. How you doing, Ed? Now, everybody here.
Good to have Ed here. Nigel,
Exactly.
Charlie Mill.
Well,
Charlie says, my first time here. Hello, fellow Elvis fans. Charlie, welcome. Oh, no, it's not Charlie. It's Sherry. I'm sorry. Scher. Sherry. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So good to
Sherry.
have you.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so those are mine. So you want to show off your
Yeah,
tray?
I could show up. Exactly. I'll try to go probably now backwards. However, you just showed your copies. It's probably going to go backwards. That's the way I have
No,
set up
no
because I
worries.
want to go. So here it is, guys. It happened at the World's Fair, just as Mark has showed us the last one. Uh, then we go with, of course, the Kid Galahad is mine. And then we go with the, as we always agree, is the girls, girls, girls.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the UK RCA label.
I do totally. I love that label. And I actually want to point out is, with this particular set, I don't believe I've seen any other FTD release that they use the UK kind because usually
No,
it's like American.
that's the only one.
Yeah. And you see what I have done as well. I bought these like protective plastic sleeves. So when I took off the packing, I just slightly used the razor and put it back on this. So
Ah,
it sticks along with that. Check that
now
out.
is that a single sleeve or is that the gatefold sleeve?
It's a single sleeve, but it's somehow, over the time, if you just put it, it just sits in perfectly, as you can
Nice. I
see.
got to get some for a couple of my FTDs.
I mean, there's so many of them out there, but you have to like get the perfect one because some of them have like that filmy kind of, it's not so
Yeah.
clear. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then we got this one, easy come, easy go.
Yep.
Nice one. Uh, like you said, I love this cover as well. The artwork, the picture itself, great stuff.
That to me is such an underrated because they talk about the trifecta that was recorded, which was
Yeah.
it happened in the World's Fair. Yeah, wrong decade. Um, that's the way it is. Love letters and of course Elvis Country. And
Yeah.
Love Letters just doesn't get the love it deserves. I don't think. I stream that sometimes when I'm exercising. I'm downstairs. I love that album.
I
I like
totally do as well.
I like the Cafe Europa.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. I like the style that they made out of that, and just
Yeah,
the way it's, perfectly made. Um, this is the one that we also agreed upon, the Memphis, Tennessee release. Beautiful cover.
that album might be top three for me as far as
Yep.
design and the song content. I just that's a spectacular album. That's a good
This
one.
album, this album too. I just love the back of the
Yeah.
Aloha Hawaii. I mean,
Oh,
check that out, man. Beautiful.
see, Charlie
And
agrees with it. Charlie, Sherry. I keep saying Charlie. My eyes are adjusting. Jerry says I love that love letters too. Sorry, I keep butchering your name. I don't have that one.
oh yeah,
I
you
had
didn't
it. I
show this.
sold it,
Yeah,
but I
today.
can
Yeah.
get it back. Somebody has it on eBay. I just don't know if I want to pull the trigger on it yet.
I mean, I actually seen the other day. I think particularly that album, they're trying to go for like 120. I think it was, or 130.
The one I saw was 110,
110. Yeah.
which is a little steep.
Speedway.
I don't have that one. I had, like I said, I had it, but I sold it.
But
Not one of my favorite soundtracks. I think that's why I'm holding off getting it.
yeah, but there's something with this pressing. I think Curtis and even Ed could agree upon this. Uh, Maybe their mastering or when they press this album, it's just very distorted. Like the S sound, like it doesn't come out clear.
Well,
Especially,
that was the complaint on some of the early. I think Ed's even attested
yeah,
it. that some of the early FTD pressings were not mastered that well.
Like Suppose is the song where it just goes throughout the whole song and literally has the distortion kind of with the S, so it doesn't
Yeah,
pronounce that clear. Yeah. Now, Rustabout. Hey,
love
Rustabout.
it, love it, love it.
Now, this one I have a pretty low number on. King Creole.
Yeah, I'm expecting that in the mail, so hopefully sometime this week. What number do you have?
The 826.
Nice.
So that's King Creole. You didn't have this one either, right? Or did you? He touched
I
me.
do not know. I could get it, but I'm
Yeah,
not real comfortable with the price they're asking for it.
yeah. It's
So
a great session. I mean, I love the gospel albums of Elvis.
I
And
do as well. Yep.
uh, this one, the Moody Blue.
Yeah.
Here's my number on it.
I love the pressing. What number do you have?
I think it's 1892.
Okay,
Kind of
cool.
weird
Yeah.
because I think they stated only 1,500 of these, right?
No, I think the Moody Blue, if I'm not mistaken, I think it went up to 2,500.
Or
What I
2,500. And last but not least, Stay Away Joe.
Stay away, Joe.
Yep.
Joseph, who I'm good pals with on Facebook, he asked, "Is there a that's the way it is pressing an FTD? Can I please see it?" Yes, there is, and it's one of
Yep.
my favorites. It's one of the ones I did not sell. I actually like this cover better than the one that was done.
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
totally agree.
That is a fantastic cover. There's the back. The back is similar to the
Similar,
original.
yeah.
But it says Elvis, that's the way it is. Special limited 2 LP edition. Includes alternate studio and live performances. 180 gram heavyweight vinyl. DMM copper mastering by Abbey Road Studios. I'll hold that up there if you can see that. But yeah, I think this is one of their best covers. This is a top 5 cover for me, maybe even top 3. Just a great shot of Elvis. And yeah, I had several people when I was selling these. Like I said,
Hmm.
there was definitely a few that I was not going to part with, and that was one of them. One,
Yeah.
because it's my favorite album of the '70s period, and just I got the FTD CD too. Do you have that one?
The FTD CD, I do. Do I have it over there? I think, yeah, I do actually have the FTD. I actually, not the FTD, sorry, the RCA, the Legacy, I actually have, not the FTD.
Ed just said something very interesting.
Yeah,
They initially stated it was a run of 1,500 of the Moody Blue FTD. Then they changed it. Yeah, which would explain if you have 1,800. Like I said, I thought I had read probably a year ago where it
hmm,
was a run of 2,500. Ed, I don't know if you know, how about the King Creole, the single clear disc? Do you know how many of those they pressed?
yeah,
I don't know. I would guess the same amount.
yeah.
Mal says his number is 1792. So there you go, Joe. Yours is 1892. Mal has 1792. Very cool.
Hun that's pretty awesome. We're just 100 apart on that one.
The cool thing about Joseph, my friend Joseph Masud, how do you pronounce it? I'm probably completely butchering your name, Joseph Mifsud. He collects specifically. That's the way it is all over the world. He's got tons. He's got an incredible collection, but I know that's his favorite. Collecting the King. Edo's regarding this.
Stickers origin, it would be my, it's Robert.
Oh,
Hey,
Robert! It took me a second. How you doing, Robert? I hope you were feeling better, buddy. Robert also has a fantastic channel here on YouTube. Extremely knowledgeable, I might add.
totally, totally. And actually, I just want to point out, I want to give a shout out to Robert as well. I actually picked up about a couple of weeks ago something from his store on eBay.
Yeah.
It was second to none. I don't know if you remember seeing that when I did a seal to reveal the second to none. That was actually from his
Yes.
store. I
No,
picked
to Robert.
that.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
bought quite a few things from Robert itself. I actually got the Girls 1962 calendar. I got that from him too.
Yeah.
Perfectly mint condition.
Yeah. Great stuff. He has great stuff in that store, man.
He does. Yeah, he's good guy. Vanessa says, "Thanks, Robert. Definitely stickers."
Keeping those. Yep.
My Moody Blue number is 1845. So we're kind of finding out what everybody has as far as the numbering for Moody Blue. Now, did you get that, Joe, when it first came out, or did you buy it later?
I actually got that when it first came out. That one, that release.
Okay.
but and surprisingly, it actually was that high a number. I mean, it wasn't a pre-order, and I think it was already out. So by that time, maybe it was already running towards its end. I guess. I mean, that's why my number was a little bit higher.
So this is a dual question for both you, Joe, and Joseph, who's watching. Do
Uh,
you both have the 50th anniversary, the FTD box set of That's the Way It Is? It came with the 8 CDs and the 2 books.
that's the way it
Actually,
is.
it's a
No,
three-way
no,
question. If Ed's still on here, Ed, I know you talked about it a couple of years ago about getting it. I didn't know if you pulled the trigger. Do you own that one as well, Ed? And Joe, you don't have it?
no, no. Unfortunately, I don't.
Joseph says, no, he's 70 variations. Now, good day and thanks to both. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I know. I know. Ed, went back and watched the video when it came out. I know he announced it was coming out. Like I said, this was in 2020, so it's been almost 3 years.
Yeah,
Um, no, Ed says he doesn't have it. Yeah, it's a gorgeous set. Ed does
yeah.
have the MSG, the Madison Square Garden. That is a beautiful book too, but it's gone. To quote him, it's gone for stupid money. I saw it. I think I
Oh,
saw it on eBay the other day for like $1,800,
but
brand new. Yeah,
even the Madison Square Garden book, I think
that's
Ed has that book. Insane money. I mean, I seen that
yeah,
thing. The minimum maybe it's like $600-700, and the most expensive right now I saw is about like 2,000.
yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it for 1,800, and I saw it about a few weeks ago. I saw it for over 2 grand, and I don't know. I don't know if he'll sell it, if they'll sold it. I'm glad I got mine because I actually had it. And
Hmm.
then when I was trying to get all the FTT CDs, it's kind of Rob Paul to pay Peter. I sold it, and then I instantly regretted it. Well, then I found somebody over in the UK who had it for a really nice price, sealed, brand new, and
Yeah.
I bought it. So I do have a copy of it. But it is, in my opinion, is one of the most well done books that's out there. Yeah, Ed
And
said love the MSG book. Love $2,000 also. So I'm thinking it could be the book could be had from it if you had an extra $2,000 lying around.
yeah, I'm
Love
trying
the
to read
pop.
the comments as well. Let's see.
So
Anniversary.
Robert is disagreeing with Ed about something, but I kind of
Yeah,
missed
I
their
just saw right
story.
now.
I have an origin story that can't be ignored. Um, but yeah, I'm with Joseph. I'm very much into. I love the. I hope talking to Joseph who's watching Joe.
Yeah,
I love that's the way it is.
yeah. And you know what it is, Mark? With the FTDs, I also became a fan of their book releases as well. I mean, they do an excellent job on their
Yeah,
prints, on their information, the way they put the pictures, collages together. I just enjoy it there, not only because it's also going to be collectible, but as well as it's very informative. A lot of things that they put in, like releases about like Jailhouse Rock, the book that I have,
yeah.
the making of Jailhouse Rock. Beautiful, beautiful set. I mean, if you're able to pick up a copy of that as well, Mark,
I plan on
I
it.
would, I would
I'm
recommend.
working on it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Um, which one? Let me go back. Uh, Johnny says, Johnny, I know you did a few video. Are you referring that you sold the That's the Way It Is FTD set? He said he got it for good money. Well, that's the thing, man. Everybody has their price, but I'm just curious to see if he actually sold that set.
Yeah. I
Uh,
can't wait.
yeah, I'm curious if Johnny sold his That's the Way It Is set because I tell you what, man, you want to talk about a well-made book. That's the MSG book. No, he confirmed he had the Madison Square Garden book, but he sold it. Yeah,
Okay.
that one's going. Now the That's the Way It Is going for stupid money too, but you can actually find it, and I say as low as, but I've seen it for right around $400, but I've also seen it as high as 800-900. So I
I
think
mean, it-
would you pay 400 for it, Joe?
put it this way. I mean, at this point, if you're able to pick that up, I'm not saying that down the line now, you will hold on to it now, trying to make profit off of that thing because a lot of people, it said they get it as a collectible. I mean, for 400 again, maybe 350. I probably would say, it's still good for to get go. I would if I had the amount of money to put in for that.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, to dish out 400 for it, I think it's just a little bit too much for my part on
Yeah,
that one.
too
Yeah.
much, too rich for your blood.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean,
it was
at
it
that
was
point, this.
it was pricey when it came out. So I don't know if you saw Ed's MSG, Elvis's Recorded at Madison Square Garden video. He, which I didn't know, I had heard this, I read it, but speculation was when it was originally released back in '72 that Colonel Parker had the tape sped up to fit on one LP. And Ed said it was bogus, which I didn't know. And he's talking back and forth with Robert whether that is bogus. Ed thinks it is. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I just know that I've seen in many different times over, and you may have heard this too, Joe,
yeah, I
where
did, I did.
they sped it up, but it doesn't sound sped up.
All honestly, myself as well. I mean, this is again, we don't know how it is with the facts, but I would think it's probably not either. It's just through how they probably cut the grooves and they try to fit it to compact. That's why there was no bands to that point. So you had the whole track itself. So I'm not, 100% about that either. You know what I mean, Mark?
Yeah. Robert, I think he's still on here. I will get in touch with you, Robert, in the next couple of days. If you have the original potluck that I was wanting to get from you, hopefully you
Hmm.
still have that. But yeah, like I said, I've gotten quite a few things from Robert and top-notch stuff.
Yeah. Even Vanessa said that those hype stickers are important. I mean, I guess, in a way, as like when you get these FTDs or any of these, from RCA, Sony, Legacy, and I guess it just holds its a little bit point of a value, like to show what it was, exactly what they released on that particular albums, records, CDs, and stuff like that. And I have done that with throughout many of my records and CDs. I kept all those hyper stickers and
Yeah.
just to keep authentic as it is, so
Well, the hype to me, the hype stickers, because somebody, I think it's sold to show you
yeah,
how outrageous these are. Somebody, okay, thanks, Robert. I appreciate that. Um, Somebody had on Discogs. I get an alert if I have a want list and something goes for sale. If you do the same, Joe, and
yeah.
there was a copy. They said it was new, unplayed, but it had been opened. It was an supposedly a mint copy of Standing Room Only.
Hmm.
They wanted $800 for it, but it didn't have the hype. Well, that's the cool part of it. You want the hype sticker, but they put in the description, I do not have the hype sticker. There's no seal, but I opened it, but I didn't play it. Well, you're kind of taking it their word for it, and for $800, that's a lot of
Yeah,
bread to be. So
yeah,
I
dishing out.
wouldn't touch it. That's just way too rich. Even if it was brand new with the hype sealed the whole 9 yards, I wouldn't pay that kind of money for that. That's just like I said. The
Too
MSG
much.
book
Yeah,
going for $1,200, $1,800. That's just it's supply and demand, I guess.
yeah. And actually, if I think if it's still in this chat, that he could actually confirm some of these FTDs. There he is. Yeah, he is there. Pay it up, Mark.
It's
uh,
funny.
with the FTDs, some of them came without the hype stickers as well. I don't know if that ever happened to you.
I had one, and I ended up selling it. I think it was the Jailhouse Rock Volume 2 with the yellow cover.
Yeah.
That one, I want to say it was that one, or it might, no, it was the Memphis, Tennessee. It was,
Hmm.
um, it was this one. The first time I had it, I actually bought two copies of it. I bought one to play and one to keep. And when it came, it was missing the hype. So I actually somebody needed a copy of it, and I think I just gave it to him. I think this person had a birthday. I think it was that. I think it's the same deal because I had an extra
Yeah.
copy of Girls, Girls, Girls. I know I gave that one away to somebody who uh, wanted it, and I just like I said, I just mailed it to him because I had an extra copy. I actually think I sold them Memphis, Tennessee, but I put in and I sold it for cheaper because it was missing the hype. And I think I put in the description just to let you know there is no hype. I took pictures of it because and I
Yeah.
told him, it's brand new. I played it one time. It was mint, but it was missing the hype when I got it. So yeah, I've had it one
Yeah.
time where the hype was missing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Ed just commented back over here. What did he say? He said, Yeah, his Elvis is back did not come with the hype. Yep.
I remember that. I
Um,
remember him doing a video, and that's a shame because that one actually had kind of a unique hype.
I,
It had like I think it was a burgundy. It was bigger than the normal. It was more square,
yeah,
and it talked about being the sessions and the outtakes. So yeah, I hate. I actually I got. I think I got a. There was something I got about a week ago that was missed up. It wasn't an FTD. It was a maybe a music on. No, it wasn't music on vinyl. Might have been a legacy, and it
yeah.
normally had a hype sticker, and that arrived and no hype on it. And I thought, really? But I don't know why that is.
I think my brother just came on the chat as well over here.
Is he an Elvis fan? Is he an Elvis fan, Joe?
Yeah, he's a big Elvis fan himself as well. He is. He is
Hey,
totally,
John,
and
bro.
that's right. That's right. That's my little brother. I call him, even though he's a little taller than me, but he's my little brother.
He's younger.
Yeah, he's a younger guy. But he is a big Elvis fan himself as well, just like myself. I guess because, we grew up to that point where I started listening since I was the older, brother and I been finding all that, and he got into the same influence with the taste of music.
Yeah.
We're about the same, when it comes to music, we're the same way. So
So Mal had said that the FTD that didn't have a hype was Guitar Man. Ed came back and said, I think my Guitar Man had, yeah, mine had a hype sticker on it. I know for a fact
yeah,
mine. I sold it. I did sell it as one of the ones that I sold because I sold roughly about half of what I had, a little less than half. I know I sold Standing Room Only. I sold Jungle Room Sessions. I did sell Elvis. That's the one I wish I could get back is Elvis is Back. That I
yeah,
love that cover. So if there is one regret, somebody said, "Oh, you regret selling your FTDs." It didn't bother me much when I sold the Standing Room Only. It didn't bother me much when I sold most of them because I was able to do the upgrades in my house that I wanted. It paid for a lot of stuff. My one daughter wanted a laptop. I paid cash for that.
yep,
Um,
yep.
TV I got a banging TV. I got that paid cash for. So I don't have regrets. The one though that I wish I could get back is Elvis is Back.
That's an
Ken
awesome
said
album.
Ken says I paid $225 in May 2021 for the Madison Square Garden book and $385 in May 2020. You got great prices, Ken, for both
Yeah,
of them,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
the that's the way it is set. Because like I said, that's gone for crazy money too. But to get the MSG book for 225, yeah, you got yourself a bargain. Because, like I said, right now, last I checked it, unless it's sold or they took it down, I think it was on Thursday or Friday. I just happened to look, and somebody had it. It was sealed, and I think they wanted 1,200 and change for it.
yeah, yeah. I think the other day, actually, when I was looking through browsing on Discogs as well, and there was like a median prices, even back 2020, I think, even 2021, you could have got it for a decent amount, like for maybe like about 300, 200 for these books. Now forget about it. In this past year or so, I guess from the Elvis movie that was released, it has really upticked these, values.
Well, the FTDs have been doing that
Yeah.
probably as long as I've been buying, but they've definitely gone up. Like I when I got Promised Land 2 years ago,
Hmm.
I paid what I thought was very little, and within a matter of 6 months, I've seen it go for $500 and $600. That one goes for stupid money. Good Times, somebody has a sealed Good Times FTD on eBay. I think they want 750 for it. And that's actually not even that's one of my least favorite albums by Elvis, period. So for me to
Yeah.
put out that kind of money and hopefully the person sells it. You should be able to,
Yeah.
if you want to sell it, you should be able to ask for it. Doesn't mean it's going to sell, but that's your right.
Yeah. Yep. I totally agree. It's however, you want to dish out the bread, as they say, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
who's here? Who else is here? Curtis, Ed, you're correct, Mal. Elvis the Cup guy's here. TCB, hey, Wade, how you doing, man?
Ed, are you off for
Yeah.
the holiday? I'm assuming he
Uh,
is because usually he jumps on. He's on for 4 or 5 minutes and he's got to go for work.
yeah,
But I
exactly,
today.
exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe like a lot of people either maybe worked half of the day or maybe they're off today.
Yeah.
But I know I worked on a couple of times on the holidays, so I'm actually grateful to have this day right now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Ed says he's off today.
nice.
Yeah. Very nice. Um, But yeah, that's really if there was one FTD LP I could get back, and somebody said if you could have anyone back, Standing Room Only, Jungle, it would be Elvis's back. I think the cover that's
Yeah.
actually top five cover for me. I love that cover.
I actually saw it actually in person as well when I was with Ed just this weekend. And all those FTDs, when I looked at the covers, I mean, I said, I kind of regret why I didn't start collecting FTDs anytime earlier. You know what I mean?
Oh, you saw the one at Ed's house? You mean?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep. So,
Ed says tomorrow gonna suck. Yeah,
yeah,
I actually have to go into the office because my job is remote. I got to go in once or twice a month once I'm out of training. But I'm
yeah.
into like integration now where I'm getting like all my system stuff up. So I actually got to go into town tomorrow for 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm with you. Tomorrow is gonna, it's gonna be a little difficult for 2 weeks.
Especially drags a little 3 day kind of weekend
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep. So
But Mark, I was gonna ask you something. Do you still collect Friday's music or not really?
no, I kept a few, but I had an opportunity to sell them off to a record collector, a record store, and
Hmm.
uh, did pretty well with them. To me, they're hit or miss. I know a lot of people like them. Some of them are starting to go up in price. The Christmas albums because they pressed them on different colored vinyl.
Yeah,
I think it was white, green, blue, and
I
red.
have
I
the
believe
green. Yeah,
you have the green,
yeah,
and they're going for like 150 on eBay. And I just, I mean, they sound good. They do. The sound quality are good. But there was a couple other things I wanted to get, and I wasn't really playing them, so I had a chance to sell them. I did keep a handful, like the FTDs. I kept the ones that I know that I'll play and I
yeah,
really enjoy. I kept His Hand in Mine. It's on the white swirl vinyl. I love
yeah.
that
Yeah, I got the same one. Yep.
copy. I think I kept two or three others at best, and I sold the rest of them.
I got the GI Blues late. The recently it was a yellow pressing GI Blues, the
Yeah,
yellow vinyl. Nice
well,
one.
they have that one, and they have one with it's like it's clear, but it's got like yellow and blue in it through
Yeah.
them. Uh,
What else we got here?
yeah, those hype stickers are a pain in the neck to get off.
Yeah, yeah.
Curtis says he might be selling some of his Friday music. So, yeah, do you have them all or most of them?
I have about I think 12 copies. Well,
Okay.
12 releases. Yeah, not all of them, but I have about 12. I have the first one, the Elvis debut album in blue pressing. I mean
Yeah.
blue vinyl. Then I got the second, the 1956, the second album. But I'll get it right now. I'll show it to you guys. So whatever I have, so you can see it. Just a quick.
Okay.
Just give me a sec.
All right. Robert says he would speak to popped up. Robert Roger Sermon every year until 2017. Robert, refresh my memory. Was he helping design those FTDs, or was he? I know I've heard that name or seen that name on all the stuff. I just can't place his name right now. He'll respond here in a second. Let me see what he says in the comments.
Eh, yeah.
It's sent a nightmare for OCD
No,
class.
see,
Yeah.
so this
Yep.
is the, yep, and that's blue. So I could just show it to you. It's I know they had. I'm not sure if they had different colors, but I know they had blue pressed, as you can
Okay.
see. That's the blue. Then I had and I think this was Kevin Gray on this one. Yeah, Kevin Gray. Yeah, on this one, the pressing his uh what you call it on mastering. With the it's pretty awesome. I like it a lot. The sound.
Yeah.
Then I have, of course, the Christmas album.
Nice. I'd
Let's
hold
go
on to
with
that one.
yeah, it's in green.
Great. Yeah.
And then you see, when I bought these Fridays, believe it or not, I never even got too many of these hype stickers myself. To be honest, this is the only one I have right here.
Well, no, that is the only one usually that was on
Yeah,
them. That silver
yeah, the
round.
silver RTI.
RTI, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Those, from what I know, are the only ones. Now, Barnes and Noble, because I think I had the Elvis back Barnes and Noble. That one had like a separate. I think King Creole had a separate hype in addition to that one. It just said that it was a limited, like red vinyl or whatever, but nothing real big. Not like the FTDs.
Then I got this one, Day with Elvis. I
That's
think it's just the black vinyl. If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
yeah,
That's the black. Then of course I got the GI Blues in yellow. Let's see.
nice. That's a
Then
nice looking vinyl.
oh yeah, I think I played it once on the turntable and I put it up on the YouTube on my channel. Here's the swirl, the nice one. It's
That's
really nice.
that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. And then I do have the orange. I think it's orange or yellow, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, it's back in Memphis.
Okay. Yep.
I think that was on orange or something. Yeah. And here's the That's the Way It Is. And
Yeah.
last but not least, a lot of people I seen they had this album. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in what color? Green? No, yellow. It was gold, but mine came in red. Promised Land.
Oh, okay.
Check
Yeah, I
it
think
out.
mine's gold.
Yeah, gold. Yeah. So those are the ones I had from Friday's music basically
Okay.
release. So that's about how many did I have? Uh,
About a,
Actually, I only had about 10.
okay. Very
Yeah.
nice. More than what I have. Oh, and I also kept Shocker. I also kept the Blue Hawaii. That one's actually pretty hard to get a hold of. That one's
Yeah.
difficult. The Date with Elvis, A Date with Elvis is hard to get a hold of, and that's the way it is. And the Christmas album. Those four are really, really tough to come by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we
Ed
have any
said
more comments?
red is the later pressing, gold is the first. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think the gold one is the one that I have because I bought that at the time
Yeah.
it came out. I got Blue Hawaii when it came out, and then it sold out so fast because it's on. I think it's on like sky blue or it's like an aqua blue vinyl. So I did end up keeping that one.
Reading over here some
Yeah, Ed
comments.
is right. I saw Aloha Friday Music about a month and a half ago, and if I remember it, it wanted like close to $200 for it. I wanted it. I thought about it for a brief minute, and I said I just can't do it.
Yeah, what did Ed say about the date with Elvis? It did come with the hype sticker. The hype sticker is actually on it itself.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
I think he was talking about like the song listing.
the song listing. Yeah, so this was actually originally, I think, how it was. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I got so many of. I thought I had so many records over here just looking through mine, but when I saw the amount of
Yeah,
collection,
it's
yeah,
he's got a stupid amount of record of stuff. Well, he's been collecting for it, and his dad and
oh
mom
yeah,
had so many.
oh
He's
yeah,
got a lot of really cool original stuff, like
yeah,
that one he did with the where he had the original envelope that he did a few days ago. I think it was from
yeah.
Elvis Presley Boulevard. That's stuff that you can't get anywhere. To me, it's priceless.
Exactly, exactly. I totally agree, Mark.
All right,
What
Vanessa.
else?
Thank you. We appreciate you joining in. We'll let
Thank
this
you,
go
Vanessa.
another maybe 5 minutes, and we'll
Yeah,
call
just
it
another.
a day.
Exactly, exactly.
Um,
But are we looking forward to the new releases, Mark? What do you say?
I am. I think I'm looking more forward to the three RSDs that are coming out, the Record Store Day
Hmm.
ones.
Yeah,
Two from overseas, and the one here. I'm back and forth. I'm on the fence about Elvis Live 1972. I'll end up getting it as long as it's at a decent price. Like I
yeah,
said, I already got the Elvis on Tour CD set. It's just tracks taken from that, but because
yeah,
it's on vinyl, I like vinyl, so I'll probably end up getting that, and I'll get all three of the RSDs too. Same with you.
yeah. Same way.
Hey
I
Tony,
agree.
Tony from the UK,
Tony, how you doing, Tony?
and thank you for your kind words. Says he loves our channel.
Thank you, brother.
Um, but yeah, all right. Um, but yeah, that's the thing is this collecting is not for the faint of heart or the light in pocket, so to speak. Because I would hate to know. I was thinking about this, Joe. I don't know if you ever sit back and think about this, but sometimes I think, man, if I could have an idea of what I've spent since I started collecting almost 5 years ago, I probably probably wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Well, to be honest with you, I actually thought about that just the other day. I said to myself, and I was saying to myself, I said, from down the point of line, all this, records, CDs, memorabilia that I have collected throughout almost, I'll be honest with you, I started about maybe 10, 12 years, but I got really heavy onto buying about 5, 6 years ago. like 2016, so 7 years ago. And I said to myself, I said, all these things that I have, what would happen, you know, if I would get married and I had kids, I would hope that they would, take that on and, go on with it, like cherish it down. But if I never get married and, who would I pass this on along to? Would I just have to sell everything at the end or, and, it's something that I actually cherish as a hobby and I appreciate everything that I have collected. It's the
Yeah.
work, the quality.
Yeah.
But I actually, when I looked at the other day and put them all together, I think I spent, man, I've spent a pretty penny, over the
Yeah.
years. So I don't want to go back, like you said, to calculate all the numbers together, but I'm
No.
pretty sure over 10, maybe I would say, or so.
Yeah. Oh, at least that's probably the low end. Elvin is joining us from Toronto. Yeah, watch the re once it uploads. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for these to upload on, and it's weird because they don't come up under your normal videos. You got to go under your live on YouTube, and then you can see it. So uh,
Oh man,
Ed says,
Ed,
I kind of knew that about Ed. He said his wife or kids could give two F's about my Elvis collection. It's kind of the same with me. My wife, she could care less. Now my 13-year-old, almost 14-year-old daughter, she's gotten into Elvis. She actually went to see the movie with me, and she has a playlist. And she had me send all the songs that I thought she'd like, and she has a lot of Elvis songs she loves. Her favorite is "Burning Love." That's her very favorite Elvis song. But whether or not she'll get into them like I've been into them, I think that's debatable. But hopefully, we'll see.
I
Um,
have three favorites. I mean, there's so many favorite songs of Elvis out there, but particularly there are just, I would say, if you want to give me three top choices right now, I could give it to you right now. Three of my favorite:
Go ahead, man. Shoot.
Suspicious Minds, If I Could Dream, and The Wonder of You.
Uh, yeah. I could probably give you my top two.
Uh,
Let's see. Uh, give me a second. So I've said this before on my channel. My favorite song of all time, just from its message, it would resonate today. It's "If I Can Dream."
yep,
Um, and then let me see here. I was looking at there was actually a couple from "That's the Way It Is," but
yeah.
"Stranger in the Crowd." I don't know
Oh,
what it
that's a great
is about
song.
that song. That song just hits me right here every time I listen to
Yeah,
it. Wonder if You. I know it's Ed's favorite. That would be a top five for me probably. But probably my third favorite. It would probably be off Potluck and Fountain of Love. I
oh
don't know
yeah.
what it is about that song. It's the last song on Potluck, and I love that song from the first time I've heard it.
There's a song that what, I found it funny because I actually bought something to get like done and clean, and I had the album of the Elvis Volume Number 4 to Ed, and when he popped it up and he put on this turntable and I listened to it, it was what was it called? Just Say That Jim Said Hello. That song.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed that song thoroughly, and when Ed
so
put it and he
I
said he loves that song as well, I said, man, we just clicked on that one.
yeah. Well, I think it's on the if I'm not mistaken. I think it's on the vinyl. Uh,
Yeah.
um,
It's on the Volume 4, I think it is.
side
Elvis Golden Records.
Yeah. No, well, actually, it's not on Gold Records. It's on the FTD of Golden Records on the CD set.
Yeah,
Um, but it's on the FTD potluck. Richard, who's watching, he says he ordered. Let me go back. He just ordered the
yeah,
potluck LP and Young Man with a Big Beat. Richard, where do you buy from? I'm always looking to see like new sites that I can find where I can get from more
yeah.
selection. Where did you get those, Richard? If you don't mind me asking. Mal says, Steve, I bought GI Blues in 1960. I paid about 30 shillings. Somebody had a sealed first pressing of GI Blues on eBay, and I want to say it sold for close to $300. It was a bidding. I think it was like 35, 40 bids, and it ended up selling. I wasn't interested in getting it. only because I knew it would go for stupid money. But I think it ended up. I think the final cost was like 270, 272, something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, how are you, buddy?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, if my GI Blues, but it's not a, yeah, it is a mono, the one I have. It's a, just hold on a second. Just one more thing before we go. It's really in a decent shape, I'll be honest with you. I just don't have the hype sticker where, the hype sticker would have been the heart, the wooden heart,
Yeah.
whatever it was. If I'm not mistaken, I think my pressing was a 1S on this one.
Oh, okay, so it is a first pressing, I do believe. Ed's really good with those
Yeah, look, it's a
shuffle the
1S. It's a
backs. I'm
1S,
not. I'm
and
far
it's
from.
a mint. Take a
Yeah, it
look.
looks immaculate.
Yep. And let me see the first side. Yep, it's a 1S basically, and it's Indianapolis pressing.
Nice.
So the only
Rob
thing,
Robert from Collecting the King, just because I know there's two Roberts on here. Yeah, Robert, it was a sealed. Um, I'm assuming it was a first pressing. That's why I don't buy sealed on eBay, because unless it's a reputable dealer like Robert or like somebody like Ed selling it,
yeah,
I
yeah,
I never go for it because um, you pay the money, it's sealed,
yeah.
and you open it. Who knows if it's not a 64 pressing or an orange label? You know what I mean? Because a lot of those orange labels, they kept that RCA Victor on it.
That came with
But
the. Yeah, I don't use the original sleeves. I put them in the MoFi sleeves, basically. Uh, the records inside. When I used to collect them, Mark, I would have went to this record store of mine where I used to live in Queens and buy them thoroughly from there, and that's where I would pick up a lot. You know what I mean? And like you said, I hate to be buying a lot of these materials off eBay because some of them might state to be near mint or mint, and it happened to me with That's the Way It Is original pressing of That's the Way It Is. It was a rigid vinyl, and it was stated near mint, right? Like it was brand new. So
yeah,
I looked at the photos; it looked deceiving as it was. But when I received it, I had a hairline right across on the side too. What was that song that goes on this? That's the way it is. Uh,
good to know, Robert. By the way, Robert's comment that original
I've
pressing.
lost that love it feeling. Yeah, that's the one. I've lost that love it feeling. It had a couple of skips, but you know,
Did you pay a pretty penny for it?
it was a
Is well,
bidding. Yeah, it was bidding, and I bought it for. I think it was. I'm trying to remember, and I think it was like 45,
that's not
50.
bad. Not for a rigid,
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as it's in good condition.
I mean, they stated it was like mid without any kind of scratches, but I did have a scratch that was going right on that song. So,
Yeah,
have you ever bought from the other guy on eBay? His name was Steve Sport. You ever heard of that guy
yeah.
before?
I buy from him all the time. You buy from him
Yeah,
too?
I bought from him a couple of times, and he had a great stuff. I remember.
Yeah, I've probably bought 3, 4 dozen things from him. In fact,
Yeah,
all of my mint, I got some. I think it's unplayed. I got stuff from him with the bonus photos. I got a ton of his stuff is top notch. I've gotten a lot of 45s from him. Yeah, he's
yeah,
he's 100% reputable seller. Like I said, I only buy if I buy from individuals. There's only I can count on one hand who I buy from,
yeah,
and it's him. It's Robert with Collecting the King. It's
yeah,
there's a couple on eBay that I buy regularly from. Again, very established sellers, reputable
yeah,
sellers, and that's it.
yeah.
Like I said, I do not buy if somebody says they have an original sealed pressing. If it doesn't have, and what's is funny, I can't remember who I was talking to about it. Might have
Oh,
I was telling somebody about it, and I sent them a picture of it, and they said, you know what's wrong with that GI Blues is it's missing the red circle that talks about the wooden heart single.
yeah,
That's a
yep,
first
yep.
pressing. So it was not. And actually, Robert just commented and said prior to 1964, they would put the albums in baggies. They didn't seal them. So
Yeah.
he definitely wasn't a first pressing. But yeah, it ended up selling. I want to say, whatever, for some reason, $272 and change hits me. And I think that's what the final bid for it was. I was just like, yeah, too rich for my blood.
Whoever got it, that's on them. I mean, that's what it is. A lot of people take a risk on that, especially on eBay's, even on Discogs. On Discogs, you really cannot tell unless you
Yeah.
contact that seller and they send you pictures, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I'd rather do this by person, or like you said, somebody that's well known. Like you said, Robert himself. I seen his YouTube channel, and I come across his eBay store, and he has some great stuff,
He does.
and I did buy that Second to None LP, the 2 LP set, and I was really appreciative for a great price as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's very fair, and that's
yeah,
the other thing is the people I'm dealing with. Are you willing to work with me? And
yeah,
those sellers that I mentioned, they always do. And like I said, it's
yeah.
just its reputation, and you know what you're getting when you buy from them. Did you have any closing words?
Well, at this point, I will say one thing, Mark. To all your fans, my fans, everybody that's out there, Elvis fans out there, community, we got to keep continuing Elvis' legacy and keep it well and alive. And that's the reason why my channel, as well as your channel, everybody else's channel out there, we do our best. I don't have the most knowledge because I'm pretty young. I'm still learning everything about Elvis and every other artist is out there. So, I take snippets and snaps all around. But
Yeah,
at the same time, you got to be appreciative what they have these artists have done and put out to the people to have learned, listen, and their quality work. So to each and one of the fans out there that are keeping the legacy alive, thank you so much to each one of
yeah,
you guys.
yeah. Joe said it best. We appreciate those who watched this afternoon. We had a great number of people watching, great comments, good
Yeah,
interaction. That's what I love about these. And I haven't been
I
able to do
agree.
a live stream in well over a month. And I thought, you know what? I want to do one. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, let me reach out to Joe and see if he's available and wants to do this. So much
Thank you,
thanks to
Mark.
you, Joe. So yeah, we'll do this again. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you all again soon.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you to each one of you guys out there.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, Joe.
Take care, buddy.
All
Be
right.
well, man.
See you, everyone.